Today we're going to focus on physical development and care for school-age children. On your Cornell Notes page, make sure you write the essential question. Today is, how do school-age children differ physically from preschoolers? So at this point, we looked at how preschoolers develop as a class, and you wrote down some things on your chart. Now, I want you to look at the differences and write down some of those things on your chart as well, but for school-age children. This is the height and weight comparison of boys versus girls during their school age years. So it starts at 7 years old and goes all the way to 12 years old. And as you can see, boys start out a little bit taller than girls, but girls have a growth spurt and they end up to be taller at the end, and they also end up weighing a little bit more at the end. This is why when you look at middle schoolers in 6th grade, the boys are usually smaller than the girls physically. No, you don't have to write the whole chart down on this slide. Puberty. Girls tend to start puberty around age 10 and boys tend to start later, but overall it's around the ages of 9 to 16. There are a few hereditary and environmental factors that play a part. Girls tend to follow their mom's patterns and boys tend to follow their dad's patterns. That's the heredity factor. And environmental factors include nutrition level and levels of physical activity. Kids that tend to be more active and that tend to eat better don't start puberty until a little bit later. Kids that are less active and that have poor nutrition tend to hit puberty a little bit earlier. So what does puberty look like for boys? It tends to be facial hair growth, deepening of the voice, which does not just happen overnight. So those are like the cracks that you hear in the voice and everything. Their shoulders tend to broaden and their muscles grow larger. So arm muscles, leg muscles, all of the muscles. For girls, puberty looks like breast development. This is when their body starts to release mature eggs. But it's not until about 2 years later that their body starts to menstruate. So if girls hit puberty at age 10, they might not get their first period until age 12. Motor skills. So we have large motor skills or gross motor skills, and we have fine motor skills or small motor skills. So over the school age years, both of the motor skills improve a lot. Kids have better muscle strength, they have better reaction time. This is like their reflexes. They are more flexible. They have the ability to play musical instruments, which is a fine motor skill. And their handwriting improves, which is another fine motor skill. So at this age range, if you go look at some, sporting events, you're going to notice that the kids play a lot better than their elementary or their younger elementary counterparts. If you compare a 2nd grader's handwriting to a 6th grader's handwriting, there's going to be a big difference because they have more muscle control and those motor skills are improving. So as we said, related to puberty, nutrition is super important for school-age children. Parents and caregivers should know how many calories their kid needs, and this is easy to find. You can Google it. You can go to choosemyplate.gov, make an account for your child, put in all of their info, and it just tells you right there. Kids should start maintaining a healthy weight, and this includes being physically active every day. Now, I know most elementary schools don't have gym every day. I know that high school kids don't even have gym every day. So this is probably going to be something that you need to do after school or as a family once your kids get home from school. This could be sports. This could be just taking a walk and walking your dog. This could be running up and down the stairs doing laundry. There's a lot of different things that they could do. Eating meals as a family is one great way to incorporate good nutrition into kids' meals. Offer healthy choices. I know that my husband's family, his mom always had a bowl of fruit on the table, and the kids could grab that whenever they wanted to. My daughters, I tell them, oh, you're making a healthy choice, and so that they know what the healthy choices are, and they like to get excited about, oh, hey, look, I made a healthy choice. And then also, you need to get kids in the habit of eating breakfast. Breakfast is a big deal, and I know that most high school kids don't eat breakfast, but you should. My girls eat breakfast at daycare, and some kids eat breakfast at school. So you don't always have to offer it at your house in the morning, but just make sure that they are getting breakfast at some point. Also, on the weekend, make sure that you're offering some healthy options in your breakfast. I'm not saying that you can't have waffles and syrup, but maybe have some strawberries on the side or something like that. Hygiene. This is one of the biggest issues when we come to school-age kids. When they are preschool age and when they're toddlers, they don't have to have a shower or a bath every day. However, when they start to get closer to puberty, their body starts to sweat more, they have some more smells happening, so hygiene is super important. Hopefully your daycare or you are teaching your children good hand washing habits, but this is a big thing to reinforce when you get to middle school and when you get to high school and all of those things. Hand washing can make people not get sick. It's also a really good way not to transfer gross germs after going to the bathroom, before eating meals, all those things. So down there is a little picture that shows you how to properly wash your hands. It's good to practice. Try it next time you go to the bathroom. So when I say give choices, I mean have your kids choose whether they have a bath or a shower. Some kids really like baths, that's fine. Some kids like showers better. Great, it doesn't matter. It's up to them. Do they want a bath or a shower? And then make hygiene sound like a good experience. The dog in the bathtub, that's pretty much me. I love taking baths. I love relaxing. I always tell my kids, oh, let's go take a bath. We can play with our toys. We can add color to the water, whatever. But you just want to make it sound like a great thing so that they want to do it. For older kids, when I used to babysit, I used to say, man, you stink. You need to go get your butt up in the shower. And those kids would hustle upstairs because they were getting to the age that they were embarrassed if they smelled bad. So after they go and play outside, when they're rolling around inside, whatever, just make sure that they're taking a shower or a bath on a daily basis. Morning or night, it doesn't matter. My husband is a morning showerer. I am a night showerer. It doesn't matter, just as long as it's happening once a day. Okay, so here's your assignment part for today, the practice it, and you're only going to choose one. Now, if you want to do both, that's fine. It's up to you. But I'm only looking for one. So the first option is to encourage good hygiene. So it says, imagine you are the parent of a 12-year-old boy. You think your son should pay more attention to his personal hygiene. Create a checklist of items to help him remember all the tasks he needs to complete each day. This goes from brushing your teeth, washing his hands, all of those different pieces. Then you need to write a dialogue in which you present the checklist and explain why his hygiene is so important. So this is a two-part project, mini project, assignment, practice, whatever you want to call it. So you need to make a checklist, and then you need to create a dialogue of a conversation of you telling your 12-year-old son why his hygiene is so important. The other option here is to plan some snacks. So imagine that you work at an after-school program for 7 to 10-year-olds. So this could be like Kids West, Metro Kids, those different types of things. You need to plan 5 nutritious snacks for the children. So this could be one snack for each day. So you need to research the cost of each planned snack, and each snack should cost no more than 50 cents per child. So the first thing is to research the snacks and find out how much they cost, and then you need to create a chart listing the snacks and the cost of each one. So if you go and you look up a box of fruit snacks, and you want that to be your snack, well, how much is a box? And then you have to divide that price of the box by how many packages of fruit snacks are in the box. So once again, this is a two-part assignment. When you have questions, let me know. Feel free to replay the video as often or as little as you want. Make sure that you took good notes, because next time we'll be doing our test question section and our summary section. And then once you're done with this assignment part, I would go back and start adding some things to your chart we did at the very beginning of class. That chart with the preschool, the school age, and the adolescents. And you want to start writing some things down for the school age children.